Hey guys, what is up? It is Alex here, bringing you Career Mode Episode 4 for F1 2012. And this has to be one of the craziest races I've ever had on this game. I qualified 18th on legitimate pace, and throughout this race you'll see a very crazy turn of events, which seems to, for me, that the AI were very slow at this track for some real reason. I don't really know why. It was a really sloppy start. You can see here I made contact with a lot of cars and I'm a bit ashamed about it if I'm honest, but I just wanted to get through these first couple of corners, gain as many positions as possible. So a lot of people told me to be a bit more aggressive on the start, and this is what happens when I'm a bit more aggressive. Now, as you can see, in lap 3 we are still in 4th position with Mark Webber challenging from behind, and we're not actually losing much time to the leaders. So this is when I started to question myself. What is wrong with the AI? Is this just a little bit of a glitch? Are the AI really slow for some reason? I wasn't really too sure, but I wasn't going to say no. If this was a glitch in the game, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to do my best and try and get the best result here I can, because obviously it's a glitch or the car's awesomely set up or something, which means the car can actually go around here at some sort of speed. But I think it's the AI having a little bit of a glitch here. I don't really know why. But I'm not going to say no, as I said. I'm going to try and have the best result as I can so I can get a decent result in the championship. And it's obviously the game's fault if it's having little glitches, as we've seen already. But I was pretty happy with my pace throughout this race, even if it was a little bit of a glitch. We started to close in on Raikkonen towards this end of this stint. And, you know, the car was actually feeling alright. It wasn't sliding about everywhere, it was sticking to the corners. It actually felt a lot more planted as well. So maybe a little bit of a combination of the cars, of the AI not being very fast, and my car actually being set up pretty well in the race. It means we actually had a pretty decent result in the end, which I'm really happy to say. And it also meant that we got some more points in the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship, which is always a good thing, because one of my friends actually switched seasons from a HRT to a Force India in the middle of a season. So hopefully we can get a little bit of an opportunity like that. We don't know what sort of team we're going to be going up to, but it'd be definitely cool to switch seasons, or switch teams, sorry, into the middle of the seasons, because it will give me a real chance to show what I can actually do and whether I can actually fight for wins, or whether I'm that sort of driver that just can't do that whatsoever. And obviously we're trying our best to get the good result when I can. Now I just quickly wanted to talk about the Afro League for a quick second here whilst I had the chance, whilst we've got a bit of gameplay to just randomly talk over. And the Afro League will be taking place this Thursday at 8 PM, and I'm just going to quickly run through the drivers which are in it, because the couple of people that didn't turn up last time, I sort of was thinking, well, they're probably not going to turn up for the other couple of races, so we've replaced the people that didn't turn up last time, so hopefully this time we will have a full grid. And obviously all the videos will be uploaded to AlexZAfRo Central, which is my second channel, which is all the league videos, and just random videos go up on there, so you can go and check that out. But yeah, let's quickly have a quick read through the drivers and the teams for this next race. So I will run through now the drivers and the teams for the race, and we're just going to go through it like the Drivers' Championship. First off is Jack Newell, or the Steak, and Slash, or he's like sharing a drive with RLSTRM, and they won the last race at Australia, and they will be doing another race yet again. I'm not sure which one of them will be competing, but they're sort of sharing a drives, because, you know, sometimes they won't be there and sometimes the other one won't be there, so they're just sort of sharing the drive and trying to get the best result they can. In second position is Dan, you may know he's my teammate at Caterham. In third is Sir Lane X, was actually just a reserve driver, but now it's going to go full time as somebody else was not taking part, and they sort of said they wanted to sort of quit the league. In fourth place it's Mr. Rebound, and he came fourth in that race and did pretty well. Then in fifth it's VSL Infinity HD. Then sixth it is me. Seventh it's Codmaster 789. In eighth it's Elusive Kev, but he won't be taking part. He only did a one-off race, so his ninth place in the Constructors probably will be under threat. And actually I got that the wrong way around. In 8th was ZZ Mr. Jokers, and 9th was Elusive Kev, and in 10th was the Grid Walker. And I thought a bit more from the Grid Walker. I thought he was going to have a better race, but I think he had some huge problems in the race with the car setup and being crashed into and stuff like that. And in 11th we got Game Right. 12th we got Jezag97. 13th we got RPGX Cartman, who actually lagged out the race before the race started last time. In 14th position we have got Judgment 456. In 16th we've got K Gibbs F1, which missed the last race, and we've got MX Chris, which missed the last race as well. He's in 17th, and actually sorry, K Gibbs is in 15th, MX Chris is in 16th, and XSeb I92, which is coming in this race weekend to replace somebody, he is in 17th, and that is all the drivers. And the constructors, Red Bull leading, and actually, sorry, no, Red Bull aren't leading. Caterham are leading on 26 points. Red Bull are in second with 25. Third place are Mercedes on 15. Equal fourth are Force India and Sauber on 12. And in sixth, I think it is, Lotus with 6 points, and HRT have 4 points in 7th, and the other teams don't have any. So I'm sorry that might be a bit boring for some people, but I just wanted to get those list of drivers out the way so you guys know who's competing in the next race, and hopefully you can all make it for this race. And obviously tell me if you don't, because obviously I need to know so we can get somebody replacing you for that race weekend. So let's go back to the gameplay now. You saw I just passed Romain Grosjean for second place in this Bahrain Grand Prix, and now we're going to get Kimi Raikkonen in the slipstream going into this corner. I've always been faster in this first sector, and I hit the apex just about, a little bit off it, a couple of meters or so, but hit that quite well. Going around the outside of Raikkonen, obviously losing a bit of time there, 2/10 off my fastest pace through there, and we actually set quite decent times as well. We think we set the fastest lap at the end of the race, which was always a good thing. And if we get towards the end of the race, we'll see that I set the fastest lap on the last lap as well. I was pushing as hard as I could, using the curves in the right place to make sure I had a decent finish right at the end. So I got wide onto the marbles there, which lost me more time, nearly getting passed by Kimi Raikkonen once again. But using the curves here, I always use the curves here. I don't know really why. I think it just helps me out that corner and helps me give a little bit of boost into this corner, because the last sector is really the sector where I lose a lot of time. And you can see here we're going on to the second to last lap now, nearly going on to the last lap. And we lost a lot of time in this lap to Raikkonen on the 13th lap. We had a lot of mistakes, and Raikkonen closed into us at about 3 seconds. We had about a 4 or 5 second gap going on to the start of lap 13, and we majorly messed it up through lap 13. And now we're back in the clutches of Raikkonen, and we don't know whether he is going to catch us. He obviously has the pace and the car to catch us, but we just don't know whether he will. And that pace was alright on that lap, still about 2 seconds down on my fastest, I think, which is a bit of a shame. And going through turn 1, hitting the apex perfectly, a bit over the curves, hitting apex there as well. And I just really love this first couple of corners on this track. They just flow really well, and I really like the Bahrain track. Lots of people don't, but it's one of my personal favourites on the season, even though it is a bit boring to watch in real life. I love driving it. And so here we go, going through these first couple of sectors, going 1.1 up on my pace from last lap, and setting the purple sector for the first sector. I'm actually gained 1.6 seconds on Raikkonen, I think, in that first sector, which is always a good thing, as I say, a lot. And so going through this corner down here is one of the hardest, because it's off camber, you're off, like, you're not on the flat surface, and you're braking into there. And I remember Raikkonen back in 2005 or 6, I think, he had a bit of a problem through there where his car's back wheel came off and he like flew in the air. And coming into the last sector any second now, and you can see lapped cars all around us, making a bit of a mistake on this last lap. That would have cost us about 2 or 3 tenths of a second at least. Now coming through the swooping corner towards the end of the lap, this is always a nice one to do. And still going purple, up 1.1 on my latest lap. So it's going to be a very close one. Will I get the fastest lap? Raikkonen closed in a bit on that middle sector, but we still set the fastest middle sector. So it's going to be a close one whether me or Raikkonen win this race. But it is going to be me in the end which gets the win for Toro Rosso, which is a bit weird, I must say, to get a win in a Toro Rosso, but I do know that 50 give it to win one in a HRT at Monaco. So who knows what will come in the rest of the season. Maybe we might even get a few more wins if a crazy turn of events means we do that. But a good first position obviously for Toro Rosso. Ricciardo finishes in 11th, and we get a bunch of achievements for our victory here. And I know this is a fluke, I know there's something wrong with the game or something happened, and I know this isn't my legitimate pace, but I think if on legitimate pace, I think I probably would have finished about 30 seconds down if the AI were sort of where they would normally be, which is about 2 seconds that faster than me in the Toro Rosso. So guys, that's pretty much it. We got a bunch of achievements, as I say, and just a great way to start my season off in the Toro Rosso. Definitely not how I expected it to start, and I don't obviously expect it to go anywhere like this in the rest of the season. I expect to probably hopefully get more points, but definitely not another win. That's just a bit of luck really, and hopefully it will help my constructors and drivers at the end of the season. But guys, that is pretty much it. Hope you all have a wonderful day. It's been Alex, and I'm out of here. Bye.